Welcome back, dear viewers, and we are joined over the phone by Mr. Ramzy Khoury, journalist, to tell us more about the recent developments in Gaza Strip. Good afternoon, Mr. Ramzy. Mr. Ramzy Khoury, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sherry.
So, Mr. Ramzy, the U.S. military said that the first trucks began supplying aid to the war-ravaged Gaza Strip via temporary pier as fighting raged in the Palestinian territory, How do you see the recent developments, as Hamas stressed that this floating pier is not an alternative to open all land crossings?
Well, the Americans, as well as the whole world, knows that this pier is not enough to be able to supply Gaza with the needs that the Gazans must have immediately. This is a very small trickle of aid. Without the opening of the Rafah crossing, especially the Rafah crossing, then we are not going to have any problems solved. All of the land crossings need to be opened. All aid needs to flow in, but especially Rafah, and especially because there are 15,000 injured Palestinians who need medical care. These Palestinian civilians have to go through Rafah to get the medical care that they need inside of Egypt. So it is not only for the entry of aid, which is vital because Gaza is on the verge of starvation again, but also because many of these injured people will die if they don't receive medical care immediately. Obviously, the opening of the Rafah crossing is directly related to Israel's occupation of this crossing. Israel needs to move out of that area before Egypt is able to reopen it and to allow the aid to flow in, or for the badly injured Palestinians to be able to get out to receive the aid that they need.
Yes, Mr. Ramzy, also many countries joined the case against Israel, and Egypt also has become the 6th Arab countries to join the case. How do you see the effect of this so far, and would the joining of more countries impact the developments?
This is a very important development, and it's very important that an Arab state joins the case, not just foreign states. And therefore the decision that Egypt made is vital for the success of that process. Now, this is a process that is expected to deliver results after so many years, but it's extremely important because it will teach Israel a lesson that genocide, murdering civilians, the carnage that it has caused comes at a consequence, even if the consequence comes after several years. So there are two different goals. One goal is the immediate needs, i.e. the ceasefire that is badly needed immediately. Please remember that what's going on right now on the ground is fascinating. Israel is back in action in the north, center, and south. It is bombarding Rafah. We have over almost 500,000 who have been dispossessed out of Rafah to another area. Their situation is really bad. This is what their third or fourth displacement since the start of this carnage. And Israel is bombarding civilian homes and killing civilians again, just like they did 200 and some days ago. This is basically what Israel is doing today. They went back to killing civilians. They went back to destroying homes. They went back to that policy. And with zero military achievement on the ground, they don't have any military achievement on the ground that they can claim a victory. All they are doing is killing civilians. So, and the other thing that must be noted, 40% of the civilians killed, over 35,000 civilians killed. 40% of those people are people who were killed in areas that are supposed to be safe zones, that Israel declared as safe zones. These are areas where Israel told these civilians they must go there in order to protect their lives, in order to save their lives. They went there and they got killed by Israel there. And this is what's going on today. We went back to point zero. We went back to the start. The Israelis killing civilians, and the Israelis achieving no victory that is a military victory that they can declare, and the world allowing it to happen because the world is not willing to put the pressure necessary on Israel to stop this carnage and to stop this war and to end this. And there is a big responsibility on the United States of America regarding this issue, because the American green light for the Israelis to continue their military operation is still ongoing. The Americans are still allowing Israel to do all of this. America is still supplying Israel with the weapons and the munition that it needs in order for it to continue this carnage. And unless the Americans and the Europeans force Israel to stop, Israel is not going to stop. Israel is going to continue playing this game. A whole mighty military is killing civilians. And this is it. This is all Israel has to offer on the table, and the world is watching. This is basically where we are today.
Yes, one final question, sir. How do you weigh the impact of the students' movements worldwide on the political scene?
It's extremely important. This is a historic moment for the Palestinian cause. And it's historic because what we are seeing is grassroots action that is demanding an end to the occupation, not just to a ceasefire. There are so many young people. This is a generation that is very different, because this is a generation that is empowered by social media, by online communications, and they are able to get their information independently. And they have become extremely educated regarding the Palestinian issue. They went back all the way to history. They understand very well what happened in the 1800s when the Zionist movement was developing, and what happened in 1948 when Europeans came to the Middle East and decided to occupy a land that is not theirs, nor is and this is basically, this is the education, how educated they are, is allowing them to make demands that are related to a final solution, rather than demands that are just extremely tactical, i.e. ceasefire now. They are saying ceasefire now. They are calling Israel on the genocide and the ethnic cleansing. They are also talking about the fact that they refuse to accept a state of apartheid in this day and age, and they are demanding a final solution to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. And
yes.
Therefore, and this is growing, in a very big way. We are talking about over 100 universities in the United States alone, and this is the most important. We are talking about hundreds of universities in Europe, in Australia, all over the world. And all of this is going to result in a major change for the Palestinian cause.
Yes.
But I want to clarify something that is very important regarding this issue. When we are talking about Columbia, Harvard, Yale, we're talking about the universities that produce the next generation of leaders in the United States of America.
Yes,
the same
Doctor.
thing regarding the Sorbonne in France, the same thing regarding Oxford and Cambridge in the UK. And
yes.
therefore, what we are talking, and when this is happening inside of these universities, in a very popular movement, then we are talking about a new generation that is coming, that will be supportive of Palestine, that will be against apartheid, racism, and Zionism, and therefore they will make the change in the future.
Yes,
for sure.
Mr. Ramzy Khoury, a journalist, thank you for being with us today. And by that, viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Arab Affairs. Thank you for watching.